Oh, I'm Mary.
Hey, I'm Richard.
I forgot what the fuck we were doing there for a second. Well, I said fuck in the first 3 seconds.
Fuck it.
Fuck it all. It's Dead Decks.
Dead Decks. Yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. Yeah. The more we tried to maybe not say fuck as early, we were doing it more.
Yeah.
That's how contrarians we are.
Yep. Fuck your YouTube bullshit ass pieces of shit. Fucking what's getting paid?
Wow, fuck it doesn't.
I don't know. Who cares? I mean, in it for the money. Obviously, we're not in it for the fucking. Look at the fucking view counts. We ain't in that shit for the money.
Yeah, monetize this.
Fuck all that. Anyway,
from the minute we had the idea that maybe we should cuss later in the video, we've done it fucking worse every time.
Yeah, and we care even less every time we try to do it. So.
Yeah. So what the hell we talking about?
We're talking about some fucking ass Pokemon, some fucking ass Metazoo.
We're in our. We want somebody to argue with us so we can get mad. I'll get mad. He won't care. Nope. It'll piss me off. I'll be on YouTube. Comment back to you.
Pokemon's gonna fucking fail.
Actually, that's not my opinion. But yeah, so we did one where we talked about. I guess this will be after that.
Yeah, I'll post this after that.
We talked about magic and flesh and blood and just what we think the future might hold. So obviously, we're pulling out of our ass. We don't fucking know for sure.
No, nobody knows. If they tell you they know, they're fucking lying. They're full of shit.
Always lying.
Turn around and go the other way.
But opinions are like assholes, and I've got 2 or 3 assholes, so even more opinions.
And an anal fisher.
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
We've got a whole row of assholes. Efficiency. Shit and run. So Pokemon.
While you're running.
That's a George Carlin joke. That's something you never see. Somebody taking a shit while running at full speed.
Get electric propulsion there.
Yeah. The dog does it all the time.
Hates it.
Pokemon. I really think that one's going to be around indefinitely. They've. That's my opinion on it. They have a 30-year track record of being able to pull in a new generation of kids.
Well, yeah, they actually started Pocket Monsters. Started 95, 6, 7, somewhere in that range. Yeah. As a Japan only, which is where Pokemon comes from. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if y'all guys knew that or not. Pocket Monsters, Pokemon.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's not a euphemism like it sounds.
Nope.
It's a shame. 20, 25 years of bringing in new generations of kids, obviously. Attracting enough to an older crowd to keep them interested while bringing in young kids and having marketing everything and being successful at it. And they've got a long track record of that. And with their demographic, I think they can keep bringing in more kids and probably keep that up. Who knows how long. And they haven't seemed to gone too far down the rabbit hole that scares me with other games. They're going crazy over the top with that. That we're just going to squeeze every last penny out of this. We don't care if we kill the whole fucking franchise.
No, I will say the foil stuff that they're doing is getting more and more and more and more. To me, it's only a matter of time before they go down that hole.
Yeah, maybe. Well, at least the aesthetics of it. I don't know if you mean like insertion rates or all that, but.
I just meant their new special secret rare super duper over the top backwards ass 3, 4, 5, 6 per box case shit. I don't know, whatever the hell it is. Those big old flashy foil cards that look nothing like an actual Pokemon card. The exact opposite of a real Pokemon card that I think a Pokemon card looks like.
Yeah.
They have increased those significantly over the past 5 years or so, but. Yeah,
given the demographic, that doesn't bother me as much that they do that. That's a kid thing. It's pretty and shiny and colorful and whatever. And I don't know. But yeah, for some reason, I don't feel like they're really in any danger. I think they're going to figure out how to survive. They can keep finding new markets and keep the property alive. And it doesn't look like they're snowballing to a disastrous end to me. But what do you think?
Well, again, to add to your point before I counter, I think that the reason why they've been so successful for so long is because they don't just have a card game; they have a franchise, and they keep that franchise fresh and new and exciting because they're constantly coming out with new video games, and then they have TV shows and cartoons and Pokemon Go, and they're always innovating and making it interactive for new generations and old generations and people that grew up with Pokemon back when I was a kid. Well, I guess I've been 16, 17, whatever it was. those kids are now having kids, and then they're getting their kids into Pokemon because they still like Pokemon, and they still have their old video games from Game Boy Color and Nintendo 64 and all this that that their kids can play, and they keep coming out with new games, and of course Pokemon Go, as I mentioned, they keep doing things to keep it in the forefront of people's minds.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they differ from Magic, to be honest. Magic's never been successful at taking that and turning it into other properties. No long-lived video games or movies or shows or books. They've done all that. It's just never done
Some
well.
bad books.
Mrs. Harry knew what Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh was. She never heard Magic the Gathering before she met me. But she knew that because it was in the Zeitgeist that everybody already knew what that was. It was just there. Everybody, Pokemon. Oh yeah, I know what Pokemon is. What's Magic the Gathering? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
In fact, I carry a card in my wallet, a Magic the Gathering card in my wallet, just so when I'm at yard sales and I'm asking people, "Do you have any Magic cards?" They're like, "What's a Magic card?" Well, I pull it out and be like, "That's a Magic card." I just show them. It doesn't matter what the front says. Just show them the back of the card because all the backs are the same. I don't have to carry around Pokemon cards for that reason.
Have you ever had anybody go, "Oh yeah, I have some of them"?
No, not yet.
Yeah. It's a slick idea.
Yeah, I just decided. It was late in the year last year when I decided to start doing that. Just because I came across so many people that didn't even know what Magic cards were.
Something that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, I mean, my counter argument. I don't really have one. I think Pokemon's on the same. I think they're doing fine. I don't think they have any reason to worry, because I don't think people play it much as a game. It's more of a collectible first.
Yeah.
Card game second, maybe even third.
Yep.
A lot of the Pokemon cards I pick up at yard sales are little kids cards. The little kids want them. The 3, 4, 5-year-old kids wanted them, and how they are. A week later, they're done with them. But they already know what Pokemon is at 3, 4, 5.
Something that strikes me as damn genius is that through all of their properties and all of their products, that Gotta Catch 'Em All thing is in them all, which is fucking genius marketing.
Yeah.
You need to collect every piece of this shit we make, no matter what it is.
Gotta catch 'em all.
And that's been their motto since day one, and that's fucking genius for marketing.
It very much is.
And that's the way the game is. That's the way the TV show always says that. And they go out and hunt them, and so the kids find out there's cards. Well, they want them all now.
Yeah.
So that's damn genius.
Yep.
And the shit Pokemon Go had people driving in my yard for a while when that first came out. Not looking at the road and swerving off in my yard. I sat in my porch and watched people do that shit. It damn near caused the fucking Armageddon.
It's a boom for Pokemon, and it was a bust for insurance companies.
Yeah, people run graveyards, and that game caused some serious issues.
Yeah, it's died down a lot now.
Yeah, it's around. I know people that play, and it's still big.
Yeah, it's still going
insane.
on, but it wasn't like it was when it first started. When everybody I knew,
Yeah.
Literally everybody I knew, it didn't matter what fucking age they were, they were all playing Pokemon Go.
I played it. I was guilty.
See, I never played it, but everybody around me did.
I didn't drive off in people's yards. I didn't run over old ladies, but
it just goes to show how many Pokemon cards you own, Richard.
0.
Yeah, but you play Pokemon Go.
Yep. I wanted to collect them all.
Yeah, the closest I ever came to any kind of Pokemon stuff is I've owned a few video games. And I've owned some cards, but I'm a buyer and reseller, so a lot of that's just moving in and out. I don't hold on to it. I have a couple boxes that I picked up, sealed, I'm holding on. But other than that, I don't have any. But again, even on the investment side, I buy it.
Yeah.
And it's to me, it's one of your least risky assets, especially if you can get it stupid cheap. Because 10 years from now, I can't see a scenario where it's worth less than it is today, inflation included.
Yeah, I don't know the individuals involved in the company or any of that. I didn't look in that depth, but just the long history of greatly successful marketing and ancillary products, tying all that stuff together, and for fuck's sake, having your motto be "buy everything we ever make" and all of them. I mean, that's fucking great. Yelling that on the cartoon every day when it's on. You gotta buy everything we make.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
So
I think it's gonna be around. Wouldn't shock me if it's around past me being gone.
Which might be tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking me we're talking about here.
Yeah, I don't really have any big counterpoints to any of that. I too think that they will be around for a while. I think that they have done about everything you could do to make the card game not a card game into a card game that people want to collect.
I wonder how many you were gonna do.
I don't know that anybody ever plays the game. I haven't met anybody.
We don't hear about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, 2 of my 3 kids did.
They actually play them?
No, they never fucking understood how to play.
Yeah.
They did something that they thought was playing for a little while, but it was mostly just flapping cards around the floor. So yeah, I really don't think too many of them played. They still have them to mess with them occasionally.
I've got a friend's kid that I give all my excess Pokemon cards to. He doesn't know how to play either, but he loves them. He loves them.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if it's a common or a rare. I give him. He loves them all. And he's got to catch them all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we talked about the heavy hitter, the big dog, the guy that's been around the block. So now we're gonna talk about their biggest competitor to date. I would think.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh because I think Yu-Gi-Oh is again in another separate section. I think they deserve their own lineage because they've been around and done their own thing for so long. They've never really competed because they've been more game focused versus collectability focused anyway.
Yeah.
But the new dog on the block, and there's going to be new ones popping up. It's just the way it's going to be for a while. Is Metazoo. And Metazoo has screamed onto the fucking scene in the past year. They started with a Kickstarter. Didn't have much. Even I bought some of that shit cheap from a website. And those Kickstarter boxes are now $10,000 plus. They weren't when I bought them.
Dude. Not quite.
Not quite. And all that shit just kind of took off out of nowhere. After that, the creator just kind of started making the rounds and got involved with Rudy from Alpha Investments and started making promo cards and had it's already got, I think he's got 10 sets already mapped out on how they're going to be laid out and then distributed. I'll give the guy credit. He seems to be, I think he dropped out of one of the big Ivy League schools, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but anyway, he's a smart guy. He knows how to market the game. And we'll see how it evolves because to me, art-wise, style-wise, everything-wise, it screams Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With a red border instead of a yellow.
Yeah. Definitely does, with a little more of a rough, homemade aesthetic to the actual art. But yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah, but I think that kind of lends itself to what it's based around, which is cryptids, which are...
Yeah, kind of folklore.
Folklore stuff that, you got to kind of make that shit up to begin with, so...
Yeah, but a lot of them are very Pokemonish for sure.
Yeah, to me, it looks... They even have hollow and reverse hollow, so...
Yeah.
Everything about it, it looks like Pokemon to me with a red border. I can't get past looking at that.
Yeah.
So, to me, I'll lead off here. I don't think they're going to make it. And I don't think they're going to make it because... in order to compete with Pokemon, you're going to have to make this game playable and people play it. And I don't think in the long term you can get people to play a game like this, especially with all the special conditions and various boons and busts you get from being in certain environments as the game dictates. I think it's going to be too complex to keep... Well, not complex. That's probably not the right word. There's too much to do to get... Especially in those situations. Unless you're... I don't fucking know, man. You got to build a forest to give yourself some kind of a boon or a desert or a...
Yeah. I've been listening to people talk about how they're remedying that, and it's cool.
You definitely can. You have little sections that are cordoned off and... I don't know, man. Seems a little too much over the top, but I don't think collectability alone is going to sustain the game like it does Pokemon because they don't have everything else surrounding it.
Yeah. Now
they could prove me wrong and come out 5 years from now and there'll be 35 different Metazoo games, video games that everybody adores and Metazoo Go and
Metazoo go. Chasing the fucking cryptids around the yard.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I dig that.
They could go that route, and they're already getting into NFT stuff, so they've got that. They're trying to stay out on the edge of technology and push that envelope, and they have deals with Walmart and Topps to make
That's
trading
what I was
cards
gonna bring
and
up. Yeah.
distribution, expanded distribution. I'm not. I guess it's gonna be card game too. I don't know if it's gonna be.
I think they're the plushies and shit are being talked about. Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna have ancillary products on the shelves.
Okay.
So
Is it the card game and more, or is
Yes.
it just other
card
stuff?
game and more.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I know the card games, second edition especially, is going to be on the shelves.
Okay.
I did read that somewhere. But I specifically heard plushies talked about. I don't know if it was a locked in thing, but yeah, I mean anything like that goes to Walmart. It's probably gonna get a plushie of some sort.
And then Walmart's the biggest retail store in the country.
Yeah.
Maybe the world. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be a counterpoint to what you said, but I don't actually disagree with your stance. I think they'll squeeze some years out of it. They're getting on Walmart shelves. They're going to get a little bit of time out of that.
Yeah.
I
agree with that too.
But I don't think it can sustain itself long term. I do think Pokemon is this big competition. I don't think it can compete, and I don't think they can run in parallel either. So yeah, I don't think it's going to make it. I think it's going to be really difficult. Something catastrophic happens to Pokemon, the company, maybe. But I don't think it's ever going to have the appeal to young kids like Pokemon does. Even if they had a cartoon and all those shit, it's cryptids. It's kind of it's a little more niche-y than just a fantasy cartoon world.
Right.
It's kind of a niche thing, so I don't know. I'm not sure they can pull it off.
And does it really lend itself to the age group that it's purporting to appeal to with the art?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird. We use the word juxtaposition in every video now. I'll just start doing that.
Keep adding to it.
Yeah, you got the theme, which is kind of adultish and dark, and then the art, which is very, very kiddish. And yeah, that's kind of strange. But and again, I'll add the caveat that I hope that's not true. Hope he does well. Hope he becomes a quadrazillionaire.
Yeah, sure.
Game lasts 20 years, fine with me.
Yeah, I don't want to be a hater for hater's sake.
No, not at all.
I don't want to do that for anything. And if y'all catch me doing that, just hating for hating's sake, and not being a key forward.
Richard Garfield.
Fuck key forwards. I don't.
Come on, that's hatred's for hater's sake. It is.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit of hatred for hater's sake.
Fuck you, Richard.
I think your game's stupid. So.
I think you're stupid.
Take it back.
I don't like your haircut.
The gameplay was fine. I hate your decks and the way you went about it. Anyway, we're getting off topic. I don't mean that, but yeah, I don't want Metazoo to fail because I don't fuck Metazoo.
I don't have anything against it. I don't care if the boxes went to $10,000. I don't care about any of that shit.
No, and I had bought a few, and I bought them very cheap, and I sold them for quite a bit. I didn't sell them for what the price they are now, but I still made enough money that I was very fine with that. And I sold them. I was intending to flip that for another purchase that didn't actually come to fruition, and if that hadn't been the case, I probably would have still be holding on to them. So I didn't sell them. The exponential rise in value did scare me, and I don't regret selling them, but I probably still would have held on to them just because I had already made my money back on one box at that point. So
well.
What else we got? Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
We talked the shit out of that.
Yeah, Metazoo, meh, Pokemon, so.
There you go. All right, how we do?
Good enough.
Yeah, buddy.